Alright, I just put 2 3-pound 80% lean beef in here. I'm going to lower the heat. And we're just going to cook this on low heat and cover it until it finishes de-thawing and cooks up a little bit. Alright, the meat is mostly cooked, and I'm going to add some butternut squash. I ordered sweet potato, but they substituted butternut squash, so that's what I would have. But it is rich in vitamins, and it's good for digestion. You just have to make sure that it's cooked and there's no seeds in it or the skin to feed it to them. Alright, here is my huge bag of blended vegetables, the broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. I'm going to cover this again and be back later. Alright, I'm doing 12 ounces of green beans. And let's do 10 ounces of zucchini. And I'm gonna stir this up and let all that frozen stuff unfreeze in here. And then I'm gonna add some more stuff. Okay, I'm going to add 12 ounces of chopped kale. And then I'm gonna stir this up and then add some more stuff. Okay, let's add a little over 2 cups of blueberries. The dog with allergies loves blueberries. The other dog does not like blueberries, but she'll eat it if it's mixed in with her food. It has to be cooked and mixed in with her food. So I save eggshells and I bake them. I clean them, then bake them for 10 minutes, and then I crush them. So this is a teaspoon of eggshells for calcium. I'm going to add that in. I cut 1 apple and 1 banana, and I'm gonna add this in at the end. Okay, here is a tea bag of nettle leaf. I'm going to add that in there. I mainly use that for my dog's allergies, but it's also good for liver health and a bunch of other things. And roasted dandelion root also has a lot of beneficial things in it too. So I don't like it as a tea, but if I put it in my smoothie like this, just by cutting open the tea bag, just like I do with the, and pouring it in, then I can eat it just fine. And so can my dogs. Well, this is still very frozen, so this is just gonna stay here on low heat for quite some time. Oh, it's ice cold. So what's left is to add the pumpkin, the apple, the banana, and then the vitamins. I'm gonna add in the golden paste before I forget that, because it's something that I keep in the freezer. So, and I'm gonna need to make more. Oh, I feel like that wasn't enough golden paste, so I'm gonna add some turmeric and a pinch of ground pepper. I would like to also add a teaspoon of ground flaxseed. Now here's where you can add some oatmeal. You can add oatmeal at this stage, and it'll soak up this all this water and moisture. Here's almost 1 cup of oatmeal, and then I'll add another cup. So 2 cups of oatmeal. Okay, now let's add the apples and bananas. Stir that in. My dogs love the apples and bananas. And my corgi, oh my gosh, she really freaking loves this, the big pieces of the vegetables, especially the cauliflower and the broccoli. She loves those. Okay, now I'm gonna add some pumpkin. Add a little bit of extra krill oil. And let's do some taurine. And I'm also going to add some dog multivitamin. That should make up for anything that wasn't added in. I'm going to do 3 scoops. And then stir this up. Okay, I'm going to scoop some food out and leave it out to cool for their breakfast. I think I hear it raining outside, so it'll be a beautiful rainy day. It'll be nice for them to have a warm breakfast. And they're going to have a much bigger portion than they normally would. And now I'm going to add some more oatmeal because some space got freed up in there. Here's another cup of oatmeal, so that's a total of 3 cups of oatmeal. The oatmeal sucks up a lot of the moisture and the good broth in there, and with doing that it soaks up some of the nutrients, and then it also makes the food last longer. Alright, I'm gonna turn it off. Even though it's on low heat, I'm just going to turn it completely off and let the rest of that oatmeal soak up on its own with just the residual heat while this cools down, because it needs to cool down before I can put it into Tupperware. So now the cooling down process starts.